So for the upcoming Superman movie, I decided to forego the McFarlane Toys versions of the characters, since Mr. Terrific, for example, is a chase figure. And I thought, let me try the Spinmaster figures. And Spinmaster's doing 6-inch figures for the Superman movie, and doing like a cool Build-A-Figure thing. So I picked up, we got Superman here, we got Mr. Terrific, and we got Green Lantern Guy Gardner. They have a Build-A-Figure for Superman Robot number 4 from the Fortress of Solitude, which is really, really cool. These are about $10 US, which I think is neat. The lineup is Superman, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Metamorpho, Hawkgirl, and the Engineer. And there's a Lex Luthor in a multi-pack that comes with Crypto, and I think like Superman and Metamorpho and Terrific. All right, so here's the figures themselves. These are really nice. I found that, you know, the likeness-wise are pretty solid. These are, of course, more basic figures, but I think that looks like David Corenswet pretty good. I think the paintwork is pretty solid. Superman's cape is cloth, which is really, really nice to see. I always kind of prefer cloth capes on superhero figures. Articulation-wise, they all have the same range, which is pretty much like left and right neck. Some up and down, shoulders that move out, shoulders at 360, elbows that bend, elbows that rotate. Hips move out, hips move forward, not so much back. Knee bend, knee rotation. So pretty cool. I mean, they're really solid. I think Superman looks really good overall. I think it's a really nice representation of him. Guy Gardner looks really good. Honestly, the Nathan Fillion head looks like Nathan Fillion. I think that's really solid. They got his ring painted, which is really nice. The thing I noticed is that these guys aren't missing any paint details. It does help that the Lord Tech suits are, you know, kind of, you know, more accent colors, but, you know, he's all fully painted. They didn't skimp out. And the one I love the most is Mr. Terrific. Not just because Mr. Terrific's one of my favorite DC characters, but his paint scheme is really good. So I think, first of all, the actor likeness is pretty neat. He does have the mask, which does help. But you can see we got Fair Play written on the sleeves, and we got Terrific on the back. This is something I could have, you know, like a kid's line, I'd be like, maybe they wouldn't have painted in the Terrific part, or maybe the back part wouldn't be painted, because a lot of, you know, $10 kids' toys, sometimes they'll just won't paint the backs, but these are fully painted, and I really, really appreciate that. So here's the usual Spinmaster figures, which are like these 3.5-inch figures, which I think they are doing for this movie, but in other sets. But you can kind of see, you know, much larger scale, but kind of similar styling in a lot of ways, which I do appreciate. So here's a McFarlane Batman, so you can see the size difference there. Here's Marvel Legends Banshee, and you can see that these are a lot closer in size to Marvel Legends. We haven't had DC figures close to Marvel Legends size in a little while now, and so it's kind of neat to have something like that. And then just as a massive throwback, here's a DC Universe Classics Green Lantern, and here's Superman. You know, honestly, these are really solid action figures. The articulation is very serviceable. The paintwork and the sculpts look really great. And yeah, for $10, you can't beat it. Plus, they come with Build-A-Figure parts for the robot, and we got half of it here. Honestly, I do recommend these if you're interested in them. They're really solid.